So, today we are delving into the vibrant city of Dubai to unravel the intricacies of its cost of living. Whether you are considering a move or just curious, this video is your go-to guide. Let's dive in. So, first on our list is housing. Dubai offers a variety of accommodation options from luxury apartments to more budget-friendly choices. To live in Dubai is just like you living in New York City. So Dubai is actually expensive than the other cities in the UAE. Right now, what we are going to talk about is housing, as we said. So we have best space, we have partition, and we have apartments. I'm gonna start from best space because that's the low budget one. So best space, you can get it around 500 AED to 700 AED depending on your location too. So if you are living in Dubai, you have to pay like 500 to 700. If you are living outside Dubai, you might pay less. But we are talking about Dubai right now because this video is specifically for Dubai, and I've lived in Dubai for like 1.5 years, getting to 2 years now. So I know what I'm talking about. When I firstly came in Dubai, I had to go to the birth space because I didn't know how it was. My agent had to push me there to run the process for me to get an Emirate ID. When I go in birth space, I had to pay 500 dirhams, which I'll definitely put the equivalent on the screen for you guys to see. After sometimes, like, I didn't last there for long. I just slept there for like 2 days, and I had to leave because it wasn't good for me. I didn't like the environment, and I'm not saying, disclaimer, I'm not saying like it's not good to live there, but for me, I feel like it's not a good place for me to live. So mind you, don't no one should come for me. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know if you guys should know, but I came from Ghana, so it's like a boarding house where we have 20 or 30 people living in one room, and it is mixed up with girls and boys. So I couldn't get my privacy. What I needed to do, I couldn't like get it, so I just had to leave. And I called my friends that, yo, we have to move to a better place because I think that's what I wanted. I called them, finally they agreed. For so like 2 days I left the birth space, then I went to the petition, which is also divided house. I don't know, I'm gonna put the picture here for you guys to really know what it entails about. I show some videos also. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys to see the difference between the birth space and the petition, because the petition one, you have your own privacy. Even though it is small, it's okay. And the petition, you can get it from the average you get is from 1000 AED to 1005, if I'm not mistaken. That's why I know 1000 AED to 1005, and it also depends on the location. If you are living in the city center, I don't think you are going to get, which I'm living right now, I don't think you are going to get any petition. You could stay at Dera, Abasha, like all those places. That one, the living expenses is like low a little bit. The reason why I stayed in petition for like almost 2 years, which I moved last 2 months. I moved from the petition last 2 months. So it gives you the privacy and everything. And we were paying together with my friends. We had to pay like 1500. So you definitely have to ask permissions from your friends in order to get access. Your friends who are coming to you, or your co-workers, to get access to your room. So yeah, even though you won't get much more privacy, I think the petition will be a good idea for you to like be in, because if you are in birth space, it actually depends though. If you are in birth space, I don't feel like you are going to get your privacy because you'll be mixed up with girls, which me, I want my privacy. I don't want to be, when I finish taking my shower, I'll come out and I'll be seeing girls around. You get it? I hate it. That's why I moved from there. So the petition, you have access to bathroom, you have access to your kitchen, which it was a shared kitchen. It was a We have access to kitchen which was like shared. So yeah, that was the only thing that makes it different from you living in a birth space, because birth space, you are not going to have your own privacy, even though even though you guys, like 20 or 30 people, are sharing the same washroom, you guys are sharing the same kitchen, bro. It's not that easy there. So apart from that, living in like a huge apartment too, it makes sense. If you have the money, I recommend you to just go in for the apartments if you can afford, because apartments around this place is like if you have like 20,000 AED, is it right? Yeah, 20,000 AED to like 40 or 50,000, you can get an apartment in Dubai. And it also depends on where you stay, because if you are living around Dera, if you are living around Abash and those things, like those places, the cost of living is very low. But if you are living in the center of Dubai, which is like Jumeirah, close, because me, I'm like 5 minutes away from the Burj Khalifa. So living here is very expensive. We pay 30,000 AED. That's for a month. So that would be around $8,000 thereabouts. It's just the same as you living in New York City, Times Square area. You get it? So it's, as I said, it actually depends on where you want to stay. But for me, if you have the money and you can afford, I would recommend you choose the city center apartment, because you have your, like, it motivates me to work harder. And I have my own privacy, as you can see from the back. If you haven't watched the video, I did an apartment tour, so I'll put the link here. You can tap on it, go back and watch and come back again. So as you can see, I have access to my own bathroom, everything, like, and it's just a 3-bedroom apartment. I have my own privacy, everything. I don't need to think about asking people before someone comes in the room and those things, you get. So about the utilities also, whether it's water bill, electricity bill, and all those things, in Dubai we call them like dewa. That's your fee that you have to pay to the government for electricity, the water, and everything, for the internet and those things. So for me, every apartment or every like best space or every petition I went to, I didn't have challenges with that, because the moment you take out your money to pay for the rent, you pay for everything. I don't know, but I think some people are paying rent differently from their utilities. For that one, I don't know. But the thing is that for me, I was paying rent together with all the utilities, so I don't have to worry about the water bill. I don't have to worry about the internet I use. I don't have to worry about the water. So that was different. I can't really talk about it, so, because obviously I didn't witness, or I wasn't paying utilities, so I can't really elaborate on it. I will do more research and come back again. And if you have any question too, don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section. Let's move to the most important thing, which is food. Who doesn't like food? Everyone likes it. So about the food, talking about groceries, you can spend 500 in a month to buy groceries to cook. But if you decide to buy food from outside, which I don't recommend you to do that if you move in Dubai. I don't know, if you know how to cook, just learn. If you don't know how to cook, if you don't know how to cook, learn how to cook, because that will help you. I came here, I didn't know how to cook much more food, like different food, different recipes, but I had to learn it from my friends and like some of my foreign friends too. It was quite hard for me, because I was just cooking rice back to back. I was eating rice, only rice. If it's not rice, then noodles. So if you are supposed to buy groceries and cook, you could spend like 500 to 600 dirhams for the food. But if you buy outside, you could spend more than that, which is like 2,000 dirham a month. And it actually depends on your lifestyle also. So I would say live according to your budget. We were like very principled enough to spend 700 dirhams, because we're three and we could spend that in a month. Without not forgetting anything, I think we should talk about transportation also. So in Dubai, right now we are in winter, so like it's kind of cold a little bit, mixture of cold and hot, you get it. But if you're coming to Dubai, just know that it's a hot environment. That's one thing you should know. It hardly even rain in Dubai. So this is called the bus card. This is what we use for transportation in Dubai. And one thing I have to tell you guys is, if you are going to work, you don't want to trek, because the sun will whip you very hard. I mean what I'm saying, because before you can even move from one, let's say you are walking for like 1 minute, you'll be wet. It's like you are soaked in water. If you don't want to experience that, I think you should get the bus card, which is very easy to get. Go to a nearby metro station and just get it, because you could spend like it depends on where you are going to take to your workplace. So if you are taking the metro, which is the train, you could spend let's say 200 dirhams or 300 dirhams depending on where you are going. Some people even spend 100 dirhams in a month for transportation using train only to work. You get it? So it actually depends on where you are going. And secondly, you have to also think about taxi, because some can't take the train because of the location they are, so they have to take the taxi. I think in a month you could spend, it also depends on your location, but me, I was spending 300 dirhams to go to work each and every time when I pick taxi. Taxi is quite like expensive, so you know, like, yeah, it's quite expensive. So if you don't want any trouble, I think you should go in for the bus card. Then the bus card too, you can use it for your taxi, you can use it for train, everything, because it helps you in the means of transportation. So you can also decide to rent or buy a car. But if you want to buy a car, you can get a car from as low as 10,000 AED and above, depending on the car you like. You can also rent a car and pay it annually or monthly, which the monthly will be like 1,000 AED, depending on the car you have to choose. You can also get as low as 200 grams every day for the rental of the car. Now, if you get the car, that's not the only thing. Hear me out, listen to me very well. Using a car in Dubai is like adding another cost to your bill, because definitely you get fines. I don't know what will protect you from not paying fine, but I've been paying, and you can get fine reduction too, which really helps. So if you are getting a car, just think about adding the fines to it, because you are going to get fines because of how the road system is. Definitely you have to go to driving school before they give you the license, but I don't think everyone is perfect, so definitely you are going to get fined. No matter what you do, you are going to get fined. Dubai is one of the most entertaining cities in the world. You have to think of going out, chilling, partying, clubbing. Mind you, me, I've never went to a club. The last time, no, yeah, I've went to a club before, but I went for work, because I went to shoot a video for someone. That's the main reason why I went to club, because I'm a Muslim. I'm not allowed to, which is very bad for me to go to club. You get it? So if you are thinking of having fun, going to the tourist places, I think in a month, what we were doing was we just put down like 500 dirhams to go to some entertaining places, because if you are in Dubai, it will just attract you to move out of your comfort zone a little bit, just explore, put to work aside, have peace of mind, and that's it. So you can spend like 500 and you can access most of the places in Dubai. Talking of the waterfall, Dubai fountain, everything, just name it. Moving away from that, we are going to talk about health, because definitely you have to take your health so seriously. So every month you can go for checkup, which also costs 50 dirhams. Go for checkup, just go for checkup, 50 dirhams. Most of the people in Dubai are here to work. So if you are coming here to work, as I did, and somehow study, because I was studying online as I was here, so you could do that as a side thing. So but if you are here to like work, I think if you have the Emirate ID, the chances of you getting work is very high. If you don't have the Emirate ID, bro, maybe you will get a company who can like do it for you, and they will employ you under their policies and all those things. So if you are working in Dubai, the minimum you can get is 1,500. I just want to be real, because why not? So you can get like 1,500, as low as 1,500 AED, mind you, AED dirhams. Yeah, so you can get as low as 1,500 AED up to 10,000, 7,000, like and above. And it actually depends on the type of job you are doing. So me, when I first came into Dubai, I was doing a restaurant job, which I was getting paid for like 2,500 AED every month. That was my salary. Then as times goes on, they had to increase it to 3,500. Yeah. And as I was also doing it, I had to put in my profession. So I told them I want to run their social media for them, like manage everything. So my pay just went up again from there. So I was doing like two jobs at the same time, at the same place. So one thing that I did was I had to focus on my skills more than what I'm doing, because if I felt like if I keep it there, I'm going to make it fade out. So I had to leave my job, which was the waiter job, and I had to focus on my own thing. And right now I'm here. I'm gonna talk about that in the next video, but I'm getting paid like and above right now. So I think living my life here is somehow balanced a little bit, because you have to deal with payment, back to back payment. Before I end this, people have been asking me a lot of questions on Instagram, on my TikTok, asking me that people say Dubai is stressful, Dubai has a lot of challenges, too many racism. Yes, yes, and no. Why? Because it actually depends on the individual. Me, I've only experienced racism once, and I feel like racism is everywhere, even in Africa. Racism is there. Tribalism is everywhere. That's one thing you should know. So one thing that won't you keep you down is just keep on doing what you have to do. Prove to people that you can do the job. Prove to people that you are different. Prove to people that, as in people say, like I've heard a lot of stories, because I went to apply for one job and the manager was telling me he heard that Africa, we live in bushes, like we live in bush, and we don't even have water, we drink dirty water and all those things. Like racism is everywhere, you get it. I felt so bad because I came for an interview for a job. You just have to like proceed, and why do you have to discourage people like that? Like, do you think that if I accommodate you here, you could keep your office clean? And those are, I didn't feel, I felt bad, but I didn't have to show it out like, yo, I'm angry or something. So I just had to prove to them that I am different. And mind you, when I went in there, those in there were like very dirty. Trust me, I'm not gonna lie on social media, because why not? It was so hectic, so bad in there, and I had to like move away from that place because I made a complaint and they had to change my room. So it is what it is. Racism is everywhere. That's one thing you should know. And about the job too, it actually depends on the individual, because with every job you have to go for an interview and your CV will tell what you can do. So if you don't put more power in your CV, or like when you go for the interview you don't put in more power, don't be discouraged about what the person will tell you, because they are actually testing you to see if you could stand someone's racism, or like someone's, maybe a Karen comes to you and just insults you. What would you do? You get it? So it actually depends on the individual. If someone tells you Dubai is hard, that's for him. Me, I could say it is like balance a little bit. For me right now, the kind of condition I'm living in is like a normal base. I'll really talk about it, but for now, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And if you want to travel to Dubai, I will do another video trying to explain on how to get a job to do in Dubai, like as in a corporate job, which would help you in Dubai. Thank you, and thanks for watching. I'm out.